Alright, hi. Alright, hopefully this works. Let me give it a second and make sure this actually shows up this time. With any luck, we will be live right now. Yes, okay, perfect. It seems like it works. Good. So, give me 1 second to update this. Okay. Um... Alright, let me just get this link sent out since I had to update this guy. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. And alright, finally, everything is working the way it's supposed to now. I tried to set this one up as a live event and it did not want to cooperate with me, so we're just doing it this way. However, no, wrong one. Trying to make sure I can see like the stream health on the other screen. That way, if something bad happens, I'll be able to know that. But alright, everything's finally good. It only took all the effort in the universe, but we're going to do this. Alright, so here, we're going to play some Merfolk in Modern. I played in a competitive league the other day, and I went 2-0 in each of the first 4 rounds, but then when I made it to round 5, I ended up 1-2 against Grixis Death Shadow. I was so close to the 5-0 with it, but I think that this list is a lot of power to it. However, I have made one change that we're going to test for today, and I want to see how good this Fairy Conclave can be. I am sick and tired of getting mana screwed by Mutavault, so I would like to test to see if Fairy Conclave is going to help us be able to not get color screwed. It's a little bit better in some scenarios and a little bit worse in others, but the important thing is it taps for blue mana. Now, there will probably be scenarios where it comes into play tapped and it'll be kind of an issue, but I'm willing to take that risk because it makes blue, and making blue mana is really important when you're playing stuff like Cryptic Command, or you want to cast things like Wizard's Retort, which require lots of blue mana, and Mutavault does not really help to cast either of those, so we'll see how this goes. I do think that this card, this can be good here. It's also some slight protection against choke and boil, which I've seen boil surprisingly a lot more than I would expect. So everything else about the list is the same from last time. So I'm not going to go into it again, but we're going to do this again. So, alright. Let's get into this and get going. I will say my intention going forward is I would like to do these on Wednesdays and then also maybe on Saturday and or Sunday. So Wednesday is a day during the week that usually works well for me to do this, so we're going to try to aim for at least every Wednesday, and then we might do stuff on Saturdays and Sundays depending upon my availability and, you know, if I actually give a shit. Sometimes it is hard to motivate myself to do things, but I will try. So, there's that. I am probably going to do some Brutal Doom in the near future as well, because playing video games is fun, and Brutal Doom is one of the most fun games I've ever played. But today we're here to play Merfolk in Modern, which is the most fun game. Except for maybe Merfolk in Legacy. That's kind of fun. Yes, we want a die roll. That's good. And we actually have a pretty decent opening hand, so we're going to keep it. Okay, so we'll start off with Benny Boy. Let's see if Fairy Conclave is going to come through for us today. Well, if we're up against the rock, then it probably is going to help a lot. So here's the thing: if they're going to like Fatal Push a creature, I mean, it doesn't really matter. I don't want to hold this up. We have 3 Lords in our hands. I just want to jam them. So if he's playing like the rock and he has like Maelstrom Pulse, I'd rather that we have one of each. So we'll just get in damage this way, and if he has push, he can kill this thing. No. Okay, good. So this is probably either, this could be Jund, this could be 4-color Death Shadow. I'm guessing it's not Shadow because he would have shocked himself most likely. Yeah, this looks like this is the rock. And if this is the rock, then we just want to go like really creature heavy against him and just try to kill him before anything dangerous like Liliana comes online. We really are going to need more lands for these Master Waves, though. Oh, that sucks. Well, on the plus side, like the other 2 modes were not great, but that does mean that, yeah, it was really land heavy. And also, unfortunately, we do kind of have to play this island because not playing the island, like, that's the only way we're getting to Master Waves, theoretically, next turn. So he still has perfect information about our hand, but it was not worth not playing a creature, because if he plays Liliana, I need to be able to sacrifice this Biomancer and still be able to kill it with a creature. Ooze, I'm not particularly scared of that. That's a good sign. Alright. Now, this is pretty good. Alright, so what we can do, we have 2 options here. We could either play Master Waves this turn, or we could play Island. Well, we're definitely playing the Island, because we're either going to go Lord and Adapt. Actually, we could attack with this first, because I have the feeling that if he blocks, I'm fine with trading it with this thing. But if not, he can take 2 damage, and then we'll play Master of Waves. I think that's a fair trade. And then we can just... I don't want to hold on to these too long, though. That's my only concern. So let's attack first. Yeah, I'm cool with adapting it if he wants to block. I don't think he's going to block. We're just going to get in 2 damage and then play Master of Waves. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, let's do this. We'll force him to have like, Trophy. Because then he's going to have another one next turn. And if he trophies Master and we draw another land, then we can play both of these. But right now, like, yeah, he has to absolutely do this quickly. Otherwise, I'm just... Oh, beautiful. Okay, there is absolutely no freaking way he's going to win this game now. So, I think what we will do is we will play Master of the Pearl Trident. We will attack with the Biomancer and a bunch of Elementals, and hold up Wizard's Retort for removal on our creatures. There are no more creatures in the graveyard for him to eat with Ooze. Though, actually, if he tries to kill something... He could, like, Fatal Push a creature and eat it. But if he wants to trade with a Biomancer and take 8 damage, I am totally cool with that. Because that is not going to work for him when we have Wizard Retort online. Alright, this is looking pretty good. They had a pretty slow start, so we'll send in those, and we'll send in these guys. We'll leave the rest back. I'm guessing he doesn't have nothing, but if he's gonna like try to trophy master, that's not gonna work out for him. Get his life total really low, and then we can threaten to like maybe play master next turn as well. And if he just takes it all to the face, then he's definitely dead because we can just play Wizard's Retort, counter anything. Okay, that's fine. He wants to trade with that. That's good. Fatal Push. So here's the thing. He can Fatal Push this and then eat the Biomancer. Am I really that concerned about that, though? I kind of don't want that to happen. Because the way that he's playing this makes me feel like he's got some way to deal with Master of Waves. Because otherwise he would maybe let the Scavenging Ooze die and then use the Fatal Push on Master. Yeah, you know what? We're going to protect Master of Waves. That's fine. So he's still going to take 8 damage from this, and that's enough to threaten to kill him. He can make that a 4/4 and go to 15, and then he'll take 8 and go to 7. And that's really dangerous to him. And if he tries to like Trophy Master, then we'll retort it. Because fortunately... yeah, so okay, so he can go... Alright, he can actually go to 8, maybe. Depends if he plays a land. No, okay, this is fine. We still have lots of damage in board, and I don't think he can really do much about this. That's not going to help his cause. So, realistically, I think, yeah, he can block one thing, so he can block Master of Waves, but he's still taking 10 damage. And he has to have removal of some kind. Alright. Let's play Lord. And the question is, do we want to risk sending in Master, or do we just send in a bunch of Elementals and the Lord of Atlantis? Because there's only one creature in the graveyard right now, so he can only go up to 8 as it stands. Now, he can actually animate Treetop Village, though. You know what? That's fine. We're in a good spot. He didn't kill Master yet, so I'm not particularly incentivized to get greedy here. We'll just send in... No, we can send in Lord, too. So if he animates that, he can trade with Lord, jump one of these, go to 1. What if he, like, animates it, blocks, and then tries to... No, screw it. We gotta go all in on this plan, right? So if we attack with this, then he can block these two, but he'd still take 8, and that's not enough. Let's do it. Because if he tries to use any removal spell, I will counter it. Okay, well, I don't know what his plan is, but that's dead. Yeah. Are you gonna trophy my master? No, I think he's just gonna die. Yeah, alright. That is good game. Well, I guess we could have, like, Dismember. I didn't think about that. Yeah, I definitely didn't think about Dismember, but I felt like he was probably really light on removal because there were a few turns where he just didn't play anything. Alright, so I definitely want Dismember versus this deck. Yeah, I think I'm fine with cutting some, like, at least 2 vials here. And what else do we want? Like, We could bring in some relics. Nikachu really likes taking the draw against this deck. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, that could work, but I think we have 2 retorts. I don't really care for the spell pierces that much, but maybe they're kind of necessary. Because we don't want to like get blown out by like Liliana. I don't think the miscallers do that much. These are long games and we want like good top decks. I think Relic will be a little bit better. I guess we're gonna try it like this. Alright, let's see how this works out. We did not get to see Fairy Conclave, but I don't know if this is a match where it's going to be that relevant. Because they have Field of Ruin, so Field of Ruin is one of the good ways of dealing with it, but I don't know, there's not really a whole lot we can do about that. At the very least, it ties up their mana for a turn. However, it gives us a way to kill like Liliana. If they go like, you know, Tarmogoyf Lily, we can still like attack it with the Conclave, which is nice. They can't just make us sack our Lord and then have nothing to do. I think we keep this. We're gonna go turn 1 Conclave. It means we won't get to play the Relic right away, but I'm not sure I want to play it just yet. I mean, there's also the okay, so he didn't do anything. Alright. So now here's an interesting spot. We can play the islands now, and we can keep this for later. That seems fine. So we have stuff to do with our mana anyway. Yeah, let's have at it. Inquisition. Sure. That means I'll probably end up, whatever he makes me discard, I'm going to use Relic in myself. Because I assume he's going to take a Lord, and I don't want to leave it there for Scavenging Ooze. Alright. Target me. Exile Lord. Okay. Well, you know, now that I think about it, I probably should have played Fairy Conclave this turn. Because I really don't want to... I don't want to not have the Relic available. It's okay. We can make him sweat for a turn. So, yeah, that was probably really poor sequencing on my part. Yeah, he's got a Lily, and we're gonna discard this island, I think. Yep. Oh, he discarded the Field of Ruin. That's good for us, because that means he has one less answer to this Conclave. So now, this turn, we'll play Conclave. Let's play Silvergill Adept. It's probably the best way of beating Liliana. So now we have 2 things we can attack with it if he minuses. And we will make him exile a card. And pass. If he ticks up Liliana, like, that's not amazing, but I guess we'll probably discard Wizard's Retort. That's the least impactful card right now. Alright. So he's going to make us sack a creature. So we're going to see if he has a removal spell for Fairy Conclave, I guess. This kind of looks like he's leaving up Fatal Push for it. And that's also not super helpful because we can't Spell Pierce the Fatal Push that he very likely has. Yeah, we'll get rid of Silvergill Adept. However, what we can do is we can play Lord of Atlantis, and if he pushes that, then we can Spell Pierce that. Because, otherwise, yeah, Lord of Atlantis can just eat the Liliana anyway. Alright, so he did not play a Fatal Push at the end of turn. Alright, that's fine. I mean, it's not like it's fine, but you were going to have to live with it. So he has 3 cards. He has a Hissing Quagmire. It's not great. I'm going to crack Relic now because I really want another land so we can start. Alright, that's actually fantastic. Now we can kill the Tarmogoyf, or if he plays something like Kalitas, we have an answer to it. Ah, shit! That's terrible. Alright, well, we're discarding Wizard's Retort. We need to draw a land. That was not really the best. So how do we do this? The problem is I don't want to attack with Conclave because we're so stuck on mana right now. I guess we're going to have to play Biomancer. And let's kill this Tarmogoyf before anything terrible happens. I want this thing gone. And I guess we may have to discard the Spell Pierce, which sucks. Yeah. We're choked on mana. We need to cast these Master Waves, but we don't have a 4th land. Because Master Waves gives us some tokens to throw away as well. And I'm trying to be very protective of this Conclave because I feel like he has a push. However, I don't know that we can realistically play around it much more. So, I think... Well, what are our options here? If he animates Quagmire, then we can Vapor Snag it back to his hand. I really don't want to do that. This Liliana is such a huge problem, but we have to attack it. We can bounce the Quagmire and force him to have to kill the Biomancer. Sure. He did not float any mana, so he does not have Fatal Push in his hand. Discard Curse Catcher. So Liliana's at 3. Good. So if he minuses it, we're pretty safe to kill it with Conclave now. Because he had the opportunity to push this Biomancer and protect it. Engineered Explosives on 1? Alright. Wait, did he just play it on 0? What is he doing? I guess he just gave up because he... It looks like he was trying to cast it for 1 and then just gave up because he, like, misclicked or something. Alright, well, I guess we win that match because our opponent made a mistake and didn't want to commit to it. Alright, well, we win 2-0 versus The Rock. That felt like he definitely just clicked something wrong, and then it was a little premature to concede, I think, but maybe he just had like absolutely nothing else in his hand that was relevant, so who knows. Maybe it's just all like Inquisitions of Kozilek or something that he just knew I had Master of Waves and didn't want to use it on it. Well, that's really hard to say. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I guess he just kind of got punished for that, so... Alright, well, it is what it is. A win is a win. We'll take it. That counts towards getting our money back for this league. Let's see if we can do better or find a better opponent for this one. So, I think the Conclave was not useless in that match. I mean, he still does have like Field of Ruin and removal for it, but it definitely gave us some outs against stuff like Liliana where we had lines of play available to us to deal with it. And even though we didn't utilize them, the fact that they were available in the first place was already, it had a huge effect on how the game went. So, we didn't get to attack with it or do anything with it yet, but I think that it was fine to have it. Alright, let's see how it goes this time. Alright. This is a perfectly... Actually, this is a fantastic hand. This isn't just reasonable, this is great. So we lost the die roll. What are we up against? Phoenix? Serum Vision. This could be Death Shadow, this could be Phoenix. Let's hope it's Phoenix, because we have a pretty good hand. Alright. Show us your secrets. Alright, this is probably Phoenix. This tells me that maybe he's planning on using like Thought Scour and Opt at the end of turn. So what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna throw this vial away to the Benthic Biomancer and just try to draw, you know, anything else. I think more lands or more creatures would be better than this. So we will pass. At the end of his turn, we'll probably vial in Biomancer and adapt it. This could be Storm, actually. I get the feeling that it may be a Phoenix deck, though. He just wants to use removal spells. Maybe he has, like, Lightning Axe or something. This would be a good time if he did, though. So maybe this is a good way to test it. Bolt. Alright, Bolt's fine. That's cool, because we have way better things than that anyway, so... Alright. Yes, let's tick Vial up to 2. Oh, that's good. He seems to be stuck on red mana, so let's keep it that way. Oh, Remand. This does feel like this could be Storm now. And if this is Storm, then I really don't want to tap out, but at the same time, we need to find a way to put pressure in play without having to tap all our mana. So, if it's Storm, he doesn't have, like, a Baral or an Electromancer in play or anything, so maybe, you know, putting a Vial in play to get it on 1 would be better. Because that way we don't actually have to tap lands to cast things. Flooded Strand. Is there any possibility this is like Jeskai? I mean, he hasn't done really anything that kind of tips his hand as to what we're playing against yet. Yeah, I'm totally cool with Benthic Biomancer eating a Lightning Bolt. When your 1-drop is eating like the primary removal spells out of their deck, then that's when you know that you're winning. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so I'm not particularly inclined to use the Spreading Seas on the Steam Vents again. I think because he has a fetch land now, it's unlikely that we're going to color screw him. However, we may want to vial in this Biomancer and then throw this away for a different card. It also lets us keep up Merfolk Trickster. I think I'm inclined to do that. We don't actually need to do anything just yet. I need to know more about what his plan is before I know how many creatures I'm willing to commit to the board. Another Steam Vents. Opt. Okay. Still doesn't really tell me anything. The odds would suggest that this is probably Phoenix. And if it is, then we're in a good spot here. It's probably not Jeskai control because I assume he would have got a Hollowed Fountain with the Flooded Strand. But I'm also struggling to think about what deck would be playing like 5 mana. Maybe it's like Breachscape. Or if it's like Through the Breach, that would be fine. Oh, no, okay, so we do finally see here, it is a Phoenix deck. Alright, so let's put Biomancer in play first. Yes. We'll adapt it, And then we'll put a Lord in play. I think that's fine. If he's going to bolt Biomancer again, I'm totally cool with that. Because if this is his only plan, it's not a particularly good one. Oh, wait. He's going to do 2 damage to this thing. He's really scared of the Lord coming in, so sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So let's put a Lord in. I don't want to use the Trickster yet. I mean, this could be Blue Moon, that is true. Blue Moon is still floating out there. I don't know why people think that playing the best deck in the format without the best card in that deck is a good idea, but, you know, some people are just like that, so... we'll put both of these vials on 2. That way we can keep up if we draw another thing. Yeah, see, like, this is fine. So he's at 16 and he's tapped out. I'm kind of inclined to Oh, shit! What did I do? I clicked yes for this vial. That's so dumb. Alright. How do we make this less dumb? I guess we're gonna just hardcast this one. We'll attack for 3. This is fine. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I should not have ticked this up. Serum Visions, that's fine. We're not going to put Trickster in play until he goes for the last counter. Because then, even if he bounces it, like, his creature's still tapped, and we can still just play everything again. So, end step, I'm totally cool with just letting him try to flip it here. Sure, let's put another Lord in play. We can, like, just threaten to deal tons of damage to him. Well, since we don't have any 3-drops in our deck, I guess we're ticking this up to 4. Yeah, it's gonna suck. So we're gonna do always no to this one so we don't screw up that one. No. And we do have to tick this up to 4 now, so in case we draw Master of Waves, we can actually use it. And this will be fine, actually, because we can deploy Trickster using our mana and then vial in a Lord, so... If he wants to cast 2 spells, I'm okay with that. We'll put him to 1. A bolt is not actually going to kill anything here. Sure, you can do that. And it's pretty much free in order for us to cast Trickster if he tries to flip Thing right now, because then we'll just get it back to our hand anyway. Alright, you got something? Sure. Sure, so he can bounce the things back. You bolt my face, that's fine. So we don't, unfortunately, though, he's going to get to attack us next turn, but it's not really that big a deal. We can still vial in a Master, and yeah, so declare blockers are not going to do anything. But we can still vial in Master and put 2 Lords in play next turn. Alright. So what has he used so far? He's used 2 bolts and an Electrolyze, so that's fine. Field of Ruin is not going to be terribly helpful for him. We'll just take 7. Alright, end step. Put a Lord in play. If we're really lucky, we'll find Master of Waves. I mean, he might be afraid that we have Master, because we did tick Vile up to 4, so... And then always no to this one. Yeah, let's just seize that. I'm really interested in drawing a Master if possible, or... That's actually fine. So if he has, like, Snapcaster, then we definitely need to block this thing. So we have to leave 2 creatures back to block. So the question is, you could put a Lord in play right now, and then... Yeah, and then we can Vile and Silvergill, that should be fine. It's true, it could be playing Cryptic. If he is playing Blue Moon, then yeah, I would expect Cryptic Command. Alright, sure, that's fine. So we'll wait till he goes and declares an attack, and then we'll try to get a chump block with a Silvergill Adept. If he has Snapcaster Mage and a way to get rid of the Silvergill, we're kind of in trouble, though. I guess it's also possible... I don't want to throw away this Lord just yet. Alright, so can you kill Silvergill? Okay, so he has a Braid. So I guess we're going to find out if he has Snapcaster Mage. So we're not blocking with anything. Alright. Do you have it? Yep. Alright. That's fine. Taking that Vile up really hurt us because we were not able to put 2 creatures in play in that turn, so that was dumb. However, I don't think it's going to matter that much because I think we are going to have a pretty good matchup versus this deck. So, Spreading Seas is going to be absolutely garbage against him. Mistcaller... Well, Mistcaller depends, because if he's playing the version of this deck that also plays through the Breach, then Mistcaller could actually be really good. But we don't know that yet, and I'm not sure I'm willing to gamble on that just yet. I think he has lots of burn spells, which sucks. The retorts are probably fine, the dismember's fine, and some number of relics are probably okay. So, Biomancer might not be the best here. Vapor Snag is probably weak, but it is interaction for Thing in the Ice. I'm going to take the dismembers. I will take the retorts. Bring in 2 relics. What do we want to cut here? I guess we'll cut 2 Biomancers. I think we should be pretty fine in general versus this deck. This is an okay hand. We'll keep this. Alright, this is fine. So, what he does not know is that we have cryptic commands of our own. Our cryptics are going to be way stronger than his. Yeah, if they play Blood Moon, that's not really a problem because we have 15 islands in the deck. Oh, beautiful. Let's go with Silvergill. I'm going to show him Biomancer because we're going to put it in play anyway, and there's nothing he can really do about it. And pass. Yeah, you got a thing in the ice. I would really like to draw, like, Wizard's Retort this turn, though, because I don't want to commit this Lord of Atlantis in the face of, like, Anger of the Gods. That could be a huge blowout. Trickster's fine, but we're going to play Relic first. I'm not going to put a creature in play until maybe his end step, just to see if... We're going to test to see if he has Anger. Get in some free damage. Sure. Yep. Okay, well, he wasn't willing to trade it for these, so I think we'll gamble just a little bit. We are not going... Ooh, yeah, we can't take up Vial in the face of Thing in the Ice. No. Curse Catcher is okay, but not great. Oh, is he going to Vendilion Clique me? This looks like he does not have Anger of the Gods now. So, because he's putting Clique on the board, that really makes me want to put Trickster... I kind of want to put Trickster in play. I assume he's going to target me. Yeah. So, let's adapt... No, we don't want to do that yet. I feel like he's going to take my Trickster away if I don't put it in play right now. So, I think what we... Ugh, I don't like this, though. Because then that just makes us so vulnerable to Anger of the Gods next turn. And you know what? Even if he takes away Trickster, that's fine, because there's actually better things we could draw. Let's just let him choose a card. If he takes Trickster away, we might take Vial up to 4 and then hope to go on that plan. His Master of Waves can make a bunch of elementals that can chump block, like Thing in the Ice forever. But this way, we can get in like 6 damage this turn, and if he casts Anger, he's going to lose his own Clique as well. I don't think he has it, though. I think that if he had it, he would have cast it. So he chose to leave all the cards in my hand as is. Okay, that's probably pretty smart in this part. So, we're definitely getting in there. Since he didn't play Anger, I'm kind of willing to believe he might not have it. So I'm going to play the Curse Catcher. Okay, that looks like he has it now. That sucks. Yep, he wants to get his damage in first. Sure. Well, that's unfortunate. It's really weird sequencing, though, that he would play Clique first and then just kill it by... Yeah. Alright, well, let's make him at least have to pay for it, so... This is still not that bad. We'll crack Relic and draw a card. That's fine, actually. So, we'll put Trickster in play. I do want to be able to get this Master of Waves into play underneath his counterspells. Oh, that's actually good too. He's pretty close to dead. And right here, if yeah, okay, so that's fine. If he tries to flip Thing in the Ice this turn, I'm not super concerned about it. We can take a hit from it. We can also try to tap it down. And then next turn, Master of Waves will make 1,000,000 tokens. Interesting. That leads me to believe that he probably has Cryptic Command. So you know what? We're going to do this now. We're going to see if we can bait it out. Because maybe we can draw a land and use our own Cryptic. Yes. That's not bad. Let's see. He could also just have like Snapcaster and try to block something. But in the event that he does play 2 spells, I want to be able to try to flash in Trickster, so we'll see how this goes. Bolt. Yeah, that's fine. He can't actually kill the other one, though. And we can just, yeah, if he casts any spell, we're just threatening to put Master Waves in play, and there's not much he can do about it. Alright, well, it's free to do this, so let's do it. Alright. Yeah, again, if he casts any spells, he doesn't actually get to kill our guy, so... Yep. Snapcaster, you can bolt me in the face, but that doesn't really do much. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we're definitely going to use Trickster and then put a Master in play in his turn. So let's do this before he draws a card. Make him have to have something right now. End step, we can put Master in play. Or there's also a possibility we could wait an extra turn to try to go for Master of the Pearl Trident. Yeah. Serum Visions. Mm-hmm. Now I think next turn I want to try to hold up Cryptic Command. Wizard's Retort would be fantastic right now. Silvergill's actually fine. Okay, so I think here he has 3 cards in hand. I can just attack him with these. Can force him to chump block with a Snapcaster. Do it before he finds another way to anger. And I think now end step we can just try to maybe yeah, we can hold on to Cryptic at this point because one removal spell is not going to be enough here. He has 3 cards. He has to like kill at least 2, or he has to kill like 3 of these things. So Now we have Fairy Conclave that also threatens to kill him. So let's counter target spell, and I guess it's the best way to do this. We could counter the spell and bounce Awoken Horror back to his hand. He can't he can't attack with it, I don't think. Counter draw. I feel like if he doesn't counter this, he's probably just going to lose anyway. I think we're going to counter bounce because that buys us the largest amount of time if it resolves. Okay, that's fine. So is your 1 card in hand enough to deal with the Fairy Conclave? Yeah, he knows about Cryptic, but he doesn't know about these 2 lords. And now he has to be able to kill both of them, and he doesn't have any way of he'd have to find a way to kill both lords and then still block Master Waves. And with 1 card in hand, he can't possibly do that. Yeah, I don't think there's anything he can do. Nope. Alright, so we go to game 3. He was looking at Cryptic and just did not have anything he could do about it. Alright, so what do we change here, if anything? I don't really think I want to change anything. He hasn't shown me like through the breach or anything of that sort, so I don't think Mistcaller has a high amount of value. I think I'm okay with just the 2 relics. The Curse Catcher is fine. The Dismember and the Snag. The Snag's not amazing, but I still want to have more answers to Thing in the Ice because that seems to be his only win condition with this deck. He hasn't even shown us a Planeswalker at all, so as far as I know, he could just be all in on Thing in the Ice. And then just Snapcaster and Bolts. I think this is fine. This is really risky. I don't think we can keep this. We need to have 2 lands. This is not terrible, but it's not amazing. That's fine. We'll keep that on top. So here's a spot where having Conclave is going to be good because now it's effectively like we have a 1-drop. Take it easy, Shane. The stream will be here whenever you want to, if you want to watch it later. So, all right. Yeah, Field of Ruin kind of sucks, and yeah, that kind of sucks too. This would be a really good turn to like have Dismember. I think this is. I don't want to play anything though. He hasn't played a red mana yet, but I assume he has it. The Lord can't actually block that anytime soon, and I don't want to play Trickster until he has 1 counter left and Thing in the Ice. I guess we're just gonna... If we're not playing Trickster this turn, then... And I don't think that there's any reason that we want to. We'll just do this. Okay. Yep. Snapcaster, Serum Visions, that's fine. Okay. Sure. This doesn't seem like the best hand from him, to be honest. Then we can pass this turn and just hold up the Wizard's Retort if we don't draw anything relevant. Relic is fine, but he already played Snapcaster, so I think I'd rather just keep this Retort for this turn. If he doesn't do anything, I might flash in Trickster. No, I'm gonna wait. Let's put this Relic out there. We'll play another Conclave. Oh shit, I should not have done that. I should have definitely played the island so that we could actually play Trickster and crack Relic or play Wizard's Retort. Yeah. Yeah, get rid of this card first, I guess. It's fine. Now he's got, like, Bolt online. Alright, we're gonna wait at least one more turn. Now we're getting somewhere, because now we can do stuff like play Trickster and then play Wizard's Retort. Or next turn, yeah, we can play Trickster and Wizard's Retort this turn, and next turn go like Lord into Master of Waves. So we're gonna have a board, but the thing, we're gonna have to find a way to deal with this thing in the ice quickly. So I am, however, going to play Trickster. We're gonna tap down Snapcaster just to avoid damage for a turn. If he wants to bolt this thing, then I can maybe counter it. We'll see. No, he doesn't seem to want to do anything. So here's an interesting spot. We can also now play Master of Waves and get like 3 elementals, or we can just apply more pressure with like Lord of Atlantis and Curse Catcher. That's entirely possible. Hold up Retort. I kind of like that plan a little bit more. If he uses Cryptic Command, I'm definitely going to counter that, because that's card advantage. Remand. Okay, that's fine. Could have a bunch of logic knots in his hand that he can't do anything with. Here's the thing, he's also threatening to bounce this and then attack again. We don't have a wizard in play to deal with it. We're only going to be able to cast one, either Retort or Trickster next turn anyway. Alright, so he has Spell Snare. Fine. That's fine. Because next turn, yeah, if he's gonna bounce everything, I assume, with the thing. Need to try to incentivize him to start attacking. So we might start getting in there with Conclave. Because he can't bolt Conclave now. If we animate it, it's going to go back to our hand. Sure. Show him the Curse Catcher. And we will throw Curse Catcher under the bus here. Okay. You can get your Snapcaster off, that's fine. He looks like he's having trouble like finding a second red mana. That buys us a lot of time in the future. Okay, now we could be in trouble because he could just like anger and attack for 9. That would suck. I think in this scenario I'm willing to trade both of. Yeah, we're gonna kill Snapcaster and we need to stay at 14 for now. Because we can hold off the Awoken Horror with Tricksters for a while. It's an interesting choice that he let me block first before doing that. Alright, that's fine. This means he's going to be in a fair bit of trouble, though. Because there's nothing really stopping me from just playing a bunch of Tricksters and backing it up with Retort and then going into Master of Waves. I don't want him to know about Master yet if I don't have to show him. And this also puts a Wizard in play now. Alright, that's fine. These Conclaves may come in handy. Got a Bolt? What are you doing? That's fine. Now we're going to have to play a little bit faster now because we're only at 5 minutes for this, so... Okay, we have Retort online. So I think here what we're going to do is we're going to go with Trickster. We're going to tap down Snapcaster. I really, if he has a sweeper, I want him to play it before I put Master Waves on the board. So I don't want him killing all the elemental tokens with it if I don't have to run into that. Alright, this is good. Oh, now we're in business. Alright. So, first things first, let's attack. Let's get rid of this nonsense. And then we're going to go with Master. And that should threaten to just end the game by itself, so we will try to use this retort to protect it if at all possible. Alright. Alright, I expect that. So we're going to try to counter it, and then hopefully he does not have Cryptic, but I feel like he has to have a bunch of counterspells, because he hasn't really done much, so... Anger won't kill the Master Waves, however. So that's not the worst thing. And we still have all these Fairy Conclaves we can start attacking with as well, which that's going to help a lot. Oh, that's beautiful. That's very good for us. Now, I think he's screwed now. I don't think he can stop it. We can attack him for like 1,000,000. Oops, no. Get in there. Kill him! Punish him for not having an answer. A bolt is not good enough. You can kill one, that's fine. Yep. You're still very dead. Alright, well, that was pretty easy. He must have just had a handful of garbage. Like, he had 7 cards in hand at that point, but couldn't deal with a single counterspell, so his hand just must have been hot trash. So, yeah, the Fairy Conclaves ended up being good there. We got to a point at the end where the board was essentially empty, so we could afford to take a risk because we still had a way to push through a bunch of damage that he couldn't block with Snapcaster. Alright, won the die roll. So, 2-0 so far, and honestly... Oh, that's a mulligan. I don't even think I've been playing that amazingly well for that, so it's 2-0 despite my best efforts. I think we're going to keep this and we have to hope for a land. No, that's got to go on the bottom. We need to just, like, get lucky in this. I'm going to run Curse Catcher out first just in case he has, like, Inquisition or something, because I don't want him to know what's in our hand. Or if he plays, like, if it's like Dredge and they play Faithless Looting on turn 1, I will probably just Curse Catcher it. Maybe if we're lucky it's Phoenix again. Or, well, not again, I guess. No, this looks like Shadow, probably. Oh, no, this is probably Dredge. Okay, well... then we're absolutely not letting them do this. I'm not putting cards in their graveyard. Alright, well... Alright, Biomancer, all our hopes and dreams are resting upon you, so don't fail us. This is very, very likely Dredge. Maybe it could be Hollow One, but I'm leaning towards Dredge right now. Cycle Street Wraith, I've seen there was one guy that was experimenting with that, but this pushes me more towards its Hollow One. Oh! Watery Grave. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, no. Is this like a Death Shadow deck that's playing Faithless Looting in it? What the hell's going on? Alright, this could be like a Grixis Phoenix deck, maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of ridiculous nonsense going on right now. I'm not sure what deck plays this combination of cards in it. It could be a Grixis Shadow deck, I guess. Yeah, sure, you Thoughtseize me. I guess you're going to take Trickster, because I can't really cast this, and these are not amazing at the moment. I mean, I don't even know that I'd want to cast this right now, but... this really does feel like a Shadow deck. However, if your plan is to, like, Thoughtseize and then go all in on Gurmag Angler, you're going to be very disappointed when I Vapor Snag it back to your hand. Alright, this is a Grixis Death Shadow deck, but they're playing Faithless Looting. I don't think I've seen that before. Well, this sucks. He's got 4 cards in hand. I know it's going to probably run out into removal, but there's not really any other... we have to put pressure on the board in order to have a chance at ending the game. So hopefully we just take like a few small hits off of Shadow. I don't know what his hand has to look like for this to be good, though. I don't feel good with these 3 cards in hand and what I have on the board now. I do not feel good about this. Yeah? Okay. All the usual suspects here. If he attacks with Shadow, I'm definitely... oh, fuck. Dismember. Well, that's bad. Alright, what do we need here? Silvergill doesn't actually do anything. I think we just have to, like, take another hit from Death Shadow and Vapor Snag it in their upkeep, or their end step. Right? Because I don't want him to be able to attack with it next turn. This is rough. If he plays another one, we probably just die on the spot. That looks like Gurmag Angler. If I had to take a guess. Yep. Alright, well, I guess we have to bounce both of these back to their hand. It's possible he has Stubborn Denial, and if he does, we can't realistically play around it, so... we're already so far behind that we're just going to lose to it anyway. Alright. You got this one. We've lost this game. Poor starting hand, and it did not line up well for us. So let's see. We need Dismember. We want some relics. The Mistcaller is not great. Spreading Seas I don't really believe in against this deck. I don't really like Aether Vial. I'll take 1 Vial out. Echoing Truth I think is fine. We'll bring that in. And we'll leave in the counter spells. I think the rest of this is okay. We'll just go with this. Yeah. They didn't have an amazing start, but the problem is like their like kind of bad start was still a lot better than our really bad start. The mulligan hurt a lot when we didn't find the second land right away, and just having a bunch of spells that we couldn't really do much with was not helping. I'm really interested to know why they're playing Faithless Looting in this deck, though. See, I expect he's probably bringing in Engineered Explosives, Liliana, The Last Hope, and maybe some number of Kozilek's Return or, like, Collective Brutalities. So as much as I would like to take stuff like Curse Catcher and Spell Pierce out, we kind of need them in order to keep them off their game. Alright. We're just going to have to do what we can. The Fairy Conclaves are going to be very good in this matchup, though, if we can attack with them. This is fine. We can keep this. I'm going to put the Relic out first because I think this is the most important card, because it keeps them from playing the Gurmag Angler really early. Yep. Oh, I'm going to be careful about this. Silvergill, and we'll show him Benthic Biomancer. Let's not tell him about the Lord just yet. Spell Pierce will be very good, because now we can deploy Lord and still hold up Relic and Spell Pierce. This hand's turning out pretty well. Let's get rid of this right now. Sure. If he shocks, then he probably has Shadow in hand, and if he doesn't shock, then... Alright, so... Usually if they don't shock, it's because they're on a Gurmag plan, but if he's shocking right now, it's because he wants to cast Shadow. Which means attacking him before he gets to 13 is not really worth anything. You're just accelerating their own plan. So we know he has some number of shadows in his hand. Which means he can go to 12 and cast one right now if he wants. So in that case, we might just play Benthic Biomancer and pass the turn, because it lets us hold up the maximum number of interaction. I'm guessing maybe like Fatal Push, Shadow. That'd be a solid turn. There's no way in hell I'm attacking him. Dismember, oh that's brutal. Okay, see now we're starting to get somewhere though. We're going to play Biomancer. Make him exile a card. We have Spell Pierce up in case he goes for like Tamer Battle Rage. He's very aggressively going after his life total here. I don't know who the Amaz is, but I mean, this is A-M-A-Z, Amaz, I guess. Is he like a famous player or something? I'm not familiar. Let's see. Well, what do you got for me? You're attacking. I'm not going to block. No, no blocks. Go crazy. Are you going to go all in on like Team or Battle Rage so I can Spell Pierce it and maybe get you next turn? I would be totally cool with that. Put yourself to 5. Yeah? Alright. No? Alright, he just wants me... That's really ballsy. Fuck no. Get that out of here. Okay. And we're not going to have probably another time to crack this relic before the end of the game, so let's do it now. Alright. So now we got Cryptic Command up, so we can actually bounce his Death Shadow, and we can threaten to kill him. So, I'm really tempted to, while he's tapped out right now, I want to go Cryptic, bounce his... Or I could go... I could put... I don't want to walk into a potential where he can kill me next turn. So Cryptic could bounce Shadow, draw a card, and then maybe we can set up a turn next turn where we can kill him, but it seems very hard to do. However, I'm not very confident that we can block this thing. And I'm not sure that I want to block it. And I'm only going to have one piece of interaction, so if he has like Stubborn Denial plus Teamer Battle Rage, that's enough to kill us. I think what I want to do is put him to 4 and bounce the Shadow and just draw a card. I don't... Because maybe that way we can draw like a Trickster or something so we can hold up interaction for the rest of this. So let's... return target permanent, draw a card. So hit Death Shadow. That way there should be no way he can kill us next turn. I mean, he could also do stuff like play Liliana the Veil. That would be really bad, but we're also potentially facing lethal from the Shadow next turn, and I'm not very comfortable with that. See, now he's kind of got to be careful because now at 4 life it only takes 2 it takes a Lord and any other fishy to kill him. So even if he replays Shadow this turn, we could be looking at a turn where we might set up Trickster and then a Lord, and that's a lethal clock on its own. And if not, he can also be looking at taking up to 3 damage next turn, which that would be really dangerous to him. If we draw a Vapor Snag, we could actually kill him if he plays the Shadow. Collective Brutality, every mode. Okay, so he's going to hit our Spell Pierce, which, yeah, that's fine. Takes this offline. He knows what's up with our hands now. He can redeploy Shadow. So the Brutality was going to make that hard no matter what, because that meant we were not blocking this thing. So if he did have Battle Rage, we would 100% dead. So we definitely have to play this. He knows we have the island and the vial, so we may as well... He doesn't know about this card, and he also might think that we have something for this, so I don't think I'm going to play the vial. However, we're definitely not in a situation where we can block this Death Shadow, because if he has Battle Rage, we're dead anyway, but at the same time, there's no way we can realistically win if he just has, like, Bolt plus Shadow. Yeah, we lose. Could not play around that. See, he had it the whole time, and I kind of figured that he did, but there was nothing he could really do about it. The question is whether he also had the Stubborn Denial with it, and I was kind of feeling that he probably did. So I took a line that gave us at least one more turn, but we just drew an island, and he had... The Brutality was pretty awful for us, because then he knew he was in the clear to just go for it. Not much we can do about that. Alright, well, let's see how we do with this round. We need one more to get our money back. Yeah, we're going to keep this. It sucks that we're on the draw and we don't have anything to do on turn 1, but we have cards that we can actually play and then something to aspire towards. Oh god, no, not the rock again. That's brutal. Yeah, because now we're in a spot here where Inquisition's probably going to take Silvergill Adept, and like no, then this Master's going to be very vulnerable. We can't use the Wizard Retort next turn. Ugh. Alright. Yeah, and the fact that he just left that up means, like, for sure he has Fatal Push, so we're not throwing this out in the middle of nothing. We're going to wait with this Trickster and hope that he plays like Liliana so we can then just flash it in and then try to get there with that. So if he does play Liliana, we're discarding Retort. Yeah, okay. That sucks. Yep, Retort is kind of useless here. However, we can put the Lily to 1. That's not the worst. If we have to discard something, we're going to discard Cryptic Command. Master Await. We need as many threats as we can get right now. Tarmogoyf, that sucks. Actually, you know what? No, if we're going to discard Master Waves because then we can use the Cryptic to tap all of his guys and draw a card. Because he's still probably holding up Fatal Push, and that way we can kill this Liliana through Tarmogoyf if we draw a land. Perfect. So we will tap all creatures he controls, draw a card, and then we will send 2 guys at Liliana and 1 at his face. No. Here. So... Okay. So this has to go at Liliana, and this has to go at Liliana because if he dismember, yeah, if we send these 2 and he did, like Fatal Pushes this, Lily would not die. We'll send this at him. So I expect he'll probably kill Master. Really? You're gonna kill the Biomancer? That's surprising. He only has 1 card in hand, so we're actually not in a terrible spot. He must not feel like his cards in hand are very good if he was willing to kill the Biomancer. Now if we draw like any Merfolk, we're in business here. Well, so let's see. Yeah, we have to send this Trickster in this turn because it's not getting damage in otherwise. He still has 1 card in hand, but I doubt it's another Fatal Push. Because I think he would have killed the Master with it first. Yep, alright. Doing it the hard way. Yep. Alright, that's pretty good. We should be winning the race. It sucks that we had to get rid of our Master Waves, though. We only have 2 of those in the deck. Yep. Oh, his hand has to be abysmally bad. 9? Ugh. Which means we're going to have to block something next turn. At least one of these is going to have to chump block. However, we're definitely just attacking him because we have to try to race. So now he has to kill 2 creatures in order to win, and he only has 1 card in hand. Alright, now we got there. His 2 cards were not good enough. Pulled it out of our asses once again against the Rock. Alright, Dismember, Relic. Come on, there we go. And then I think we said Mistcaller we're not really terribly fond of. And I think 2 Aether Vials. Yeah, I think this is... We could side out a land, I guess. That would be okay. I don't know. I think this is okay the way it is. This Vapor Snag may not be amazing, actually. It could be like Echoing Truth instead. Yeah, I'm willing to do that. Echoing Truth is a better catch-up and win the game card. Alright. See if we can do it again. This is not an amazing hand. But we do have 1-drops to curve into this way. I'm going to try it. I think that this is going to be... This will win a long game if we can get there. Alright, well, that's fine. Took Spreading Sea, so maybe his hand is kind of vulnerable. Oh, that sucks. Alright. So, what do we do here? We could Vapor Snag this Dark Confidant back to his hand. He only has 4 cards. Did he mulligan? No, it doesn't look like he did. So, yeah, okay. So, here, what do we do? Are we worried more about, like, Liliana, or are we worried more about, like, him drawing cards off of Confidant? I think this turn I can't afford for Liliana to be a thing, so I guess he's drawing a card. Yep. We'll snag this at the end of turn. Yeah, that sucks. And we're still kind of in the same position as we were last time, except now we can hold up Trickster for Tarmogoyf. But I think before we do that, we need to have creatures on board in order to eat the Tarmogoyf, so we didn't draw the land. That kind of sucks. He knows we have the Spell Pierce, so that's probably, if he has Lily, that he would have avoided playing it. See, if we tap out here, he might go for Liliana and minus it, which would suck. At the same time, if we don't play, or if we play like Biomancer and leave up Spell Pierce, he's probably just going to play Dark Confidant and then not do anything else. Or maybe play like another Tarmogoyf, which would not be great. I think none of these are particularly good options right now. Alright, let's go with Biomancer and just hope that that's fine. It might just get Fatal Pushed. No. Okay, that's fine, I guess. That's actually worse. Alright, well, we're in a lot of trouble now. We need more lands to curve out. That's not going to help us curve out. However, I think we're in a position now where we just have to pass with Trickster in hand, let him attack with Tarmogoyf, and then try to get it. But it's going to be a little bit too late now. Yeah, alright. We're kind of boned here. Okay, I guess we're sacrificing this. Alright, we're dead. We're not even going to dick around with this. No, we just died. We needed more lands to curve out that draw, and we did not find them. Yeah, Kalidas does not make me feel very good, but what are you going to do? Alright. Let's play first. Ugh, this is brutal. No, we can't keep that. This is not much better. We're so vulnerable to Inquisition, and if we don't find a second island, we're also very vulnerable, but we're just going to have to scry and hope for the best. The Shuffler may have decided our fate again. That's magic for you, though. I think we... This is... I don't want to go to 5 against the deck that's playing like Liliana and Inquisition. We have to keep this, and that has to go on the bottom. Hopefully he's just on, like, I'm going to play a turn 2 Confidant plan. Nope, he's going to Inquisition or Dismember away. Alright, well, they took Lord of Atlantis. That's surprising. Well, we didn't find anything, so, this is our fate now, I guess. Magic is a game. No. We really need to protect this Dismember. Because if he plays Dark Confidant, we just lose. Okay, well, I guess that Magic the Gathering Online has decided for us that we lose this match anyway. Okay. Well, we're killing it. It looks like he's stuck on 2 lands, so maybe he's not far behind us. Jesus Christ, Magic Online, what the hell? Yeah, we're fucked. Now, this is a scenario... Well, actually, no. If this was Mutavault, we would still be just as screwed because we would not be able to cast anything still. No, 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 no. Okay, I almost F6 through the turn. I have to play a creature. Alright, now you can kill it. Alright, well, this is how it's going to be. Are you going to find land before I can find a way to, like, do anything? Yeah. This Tireless Tracker is going to just, like, wreck us. So I guess we're looking for, like, another Dismember here, which kind of sucks because I really don't want to have to Dismember this. That's actually fine. Yeah, I guess we do this now. He's just, like, flying through his turns. Okay, that's really bad. We can cast this Wizard's Retort, which I think we have to hold on to. If he plays Tireless Tracker, we have to counter it and just hope that we can find, like, a Dismember or something to kill Kalidas. Going to 6 is not where I want to be. That's also not where I want to be. I don't think I have a choice. I think I have to counter this and get Master Waves online with the land next turn. Because realistic, if we don't draw a land for Master Waves, then I don't think we can come back from this, so... Alright, well, I think we have lost. I don't see any possible way that we're beating this. No, we're giving up here. Okay, well, we got screwed by the Shuffler that time, so shit happens. Rough. We had such a good game 1, and then, like, it just fell to shit in game 2 and 3 because, like, we just got stuck on mana. Alright, well, we need to win this last match, or otherwise we're not getting any prizes back, so... see if we can do it. Ugh. It was so brutal, like... losing against the Rock there and losing against Grixis Death Shadow, it did not feel like there was really much that we could do about it. They just had like the really strong starts and we did not have any ability to keep up with it. Oh, here we go. Finally! We won a die roll. Alright. This is fine. So, I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna lead with the... I think I'm gonna lead with Conclave. So we can go turn 2, play the other Conclave and Bio... well, actually, no. I think what we'd want to do is maybe turn 2, hold up Merfolk Trickster. I don't know. I think, no, turn 2... we can play Biomancer on turn 2, and then turn 3 be able to play a 2-drop and then the other Biomancer. That's an option. I kind of like that. I mean, I'm not super in love with the fact that this card comes into play tapped, but I'm also not... if these were Mutavaults instead, like, this hand would still be complete trash because we couldn't actually cast, like, our important cards in it. And that's the thing that's always frustrating to me when I'm playing with Mutavault. There's just so many hands where you just have, like, Island Mutavault, and, like, that's not enough to cast most of the cards in the deck. This looks like probably Amulet Titan, I'm guessing. That's not good for us. I mean, it could theoretically be Ad Nauseam, but something tells me it's Amulet. Yeah, it is. Alright, well, this is going to be bad for us. Which means we really need to get this Biomancer in play this turn, so that way we can hold up these 2 cards next turn. We'll play Benthic Biomancer, and then if he does nothing, we can flash in Trickster or adapt one of them. Either way is fine. Probably adapt. Yeah, that's dangerous. So let's see, you could put a bounce land in play, play Azusa, and then make a bunch of mana. Well, you can only make 4. You can't cast a Titan this turn, I think. He'd have to have another Amulet to put a Titan in now. So theoretically, he could get Azusa in play and go off next turn. So it feels like you... okay, Ancient Stirring. So that's still not much better. So he got a bounce land. So all right, maybe that's still way better than him finding like Walking Ballista or fucking Engineered Explosives. I'm sure you don't want to trade with my Biomancer. Alright, Island. Let's play this guy. We're going to hold up Wizard's Retort. And I'm totally cool with trading one of these. So we'll just... I don't think there's any universe in where he's blocking this, so it's fine. And if he does, all the more, that's fine too. Kolhani Garden, that gives him a plant token? Sure. You want to throw away a plant token? That's cool with me too. Nope. Alright. Deal. If he does nothing, then we'll flash in Trickster. Or actually, no. If he does nothing, we'll probably adapt. I don't know if we want to, though. We really need another land, but the thing is, I don't want to throw away any of these creatures either. I guess if we adapt it, we might throw away Lord of Atlantis in order to find an island. Then we can play Master of the Pearl Trident and hold up these two cards. Yeah, sure. Are you going to play a Titan this turn? Because I have a retort to counter it, as long as you don't have Cavern of Souls. No, he doesn't, or he doesn't have a way to get enough mana. Okay, so maybe he doesn't have that. So let's adapt this guy. Sure. Yeah, we'll get rid of Lord of Atlantis. Then that way we can go Master and still get an attack. And then if he does nothing again, then at end step we will adapt the other one. Yeah, what do you got this time? Alright, you have the Kahani Garden again? Sure. You get another plant token. You're going to take 5 or you're going to start chump blocking? Okay, that's fine. So if he taps out for a Titan this turn, we can retort it. Yep, so now he has the mana to cast it if he can find it. So it does not look like he has it, though. Alright, so let's adapt this guy. We'll throw away the island. Oh, beautiful. Now we're really starting to threaten to kill him. It will kind of suck if he goes for like Engineer Explosives on 2. Yep. You can chump block one more thing and take 7. But if he doesn't get it out this turn, we actually might have this game. I don't think he has Summoner's Pact because he would have cast it last turn if he did. So now he has to really do something or we're threatening to just kill him. So hopefully let's not see a board wiper. Or actually, it would almost be okay if he did. Because if he cast like explosives, he would have to use 2 of this, so we'd have 3, 4, 5. He would still need another land in order to be able to cast Titan. But then, if he had to do that, I don't think he could actually. Yeah, he'd have to use the Boros Garrison, so I don't know that he could still give it haste, which means that would still probably be fine for us. So if he plays explosives on 2, yeah, I think we do have to counter this. Because right now we're threatening to kill him next turn, and I don't think that Titan threatens to kill us this turn. And even if he plays it now, we can play Trickster and tap it down and just attack for lethal. Walking Ballista would kind of suck, but I don't think it would be enough. He needs to have another land to really do anything. The fact that he's taking this long, though, makes me feel pretty good about our spot. Alright, come on, what are we doing? Just because you have 18 minutes left on the clock doesn't mean you have to use all of it. You either have a plan not to die, or you just die. And if we want to, we can attack with a conclave here too. That's fine. Can flash in Trickster, tap down something, animate conclave, and just attack for 1 billion. What are you debating here? Okay. You're just trying to think if you can Titan for something? Tolaria West. Alright, I don't know what your plan is, though. Do you have another explosives? Oh, yeah, F6, sorry. My bad. Explosives on 2 would suck, but it wouldn't be the end of the game. Okay, so you can play it on 2. Now, can you actually use it? You only have 1 mana right now, so could you... Theoretically, you can block with Tribe Scout, put a land into play, crack explosives. But I am going to attack with the Fairy Conclave now, so we're going to get to see the power of Conclave. It's going to be very relevant this turn. So let's turn Conclave into a creature. So you can block something and put a land into play, crack explosives. You kill these 2, so you'll take 4 damage. You didn't block first. That's a mistake. I guess maybe he feels like he needs this in order to have a chance to win, so he's willing to take the extra 2 damage. So he'll go to 6. But we can attack with 2 conclaves next turn. So here we're getting to see the power of this card. This is pretty good. I mean, you can crack it on 2, and it kills the lords. That's fine. Yeah, I absolutely agree. The Mutavault definitely would have made this game a loss. There's no way in hell that it would have, or wouldn't have, so. And now he's still facing down, like, lethal next turn, because we can Trickster and tap one of his creatures and animate both colonnades to attack him. So we only have to hit with 2 of these and then 1 of these 3 creatures. And he actually dies. I guess this turn we just need to dodge Hornet Queen. I think that's the only thing that stops us. Yeah, the garden is not going to be enough, because we can still tap the token. This makes me feel like he doesn't have anything good here. We'll tap the plant token, and then we can get in with everything. So right now, I think he thinks that he can maybe not die. I'm not sure what his plan is, but I'll tell him this, it's not going to work with both of these. Alright, we win! Conclave got us there. That was pretty good. Alright, so against this deck, we need the Wizard's Retorts. I think we want this Echoing Truth and we want Dismember. Spreading Seas is absolutely useless. Master of Waves is pitiful in this game. And we gotta take out one more card. I guess we'll take out a Mistcaller. I think that's correct. The Curse Catcher is still a little bit relevant because it can theoretically counter like Ancient Stirrings or something. I don't think there's anything else that we want here. The rest of these cards don't particularly do anything, so we're just running it like this. So yeah, Fairy Conclave I think definitely was a huge contributing factor to us winning that game. It let us put a lethal clock on the board where, yeah, I don't think Mutavault necessarily would have done it. We got to cast spells off of the blue mana and then still animate it and attack with flying, which was very good. Alright, hopefully he's not going to like have Cavernous Souls and these Wizard's Retorts will be good. That's the plan, anyway. We have 7 1-drops in our deck, though, that turns on a turn 2 Wizard's Retort. Assuming that we can go, like, island into island. But even if we don't, like, Conclave on, like, turn 2 or turn 1 is not the end of the world, because we still have Retort on for 2 mana on turn 3. And turn 3 is usually when they, like, the earliest that they can go off with a good hand. It is theoretically possible that they, like, it's something like 1 or 2% of the time they can have a turn 2 kill. And I have died on turn 2 against a Titan deck before, and it felt really bad when you're not having a good night when your opening play is you're on the draw, so you go like play Celestial Colonnade tapped, go, and then you lose the game. That shit sucks. But Titan is definitely capable of that if they have like the double amulet hand. But most of the time, turn 3 is sufficient. As long as you can interact with them by then, you're usually good. We'll see how this goes. Ow. Oh, this is fine. Can try to draw towards some interaction with these Silvergills. The Trickster is fine because it keeps us from dying for a turn. I think we keep this hand. It looks pretty solid to me. He mulled to 6, we're going to keep. We can just draw like a counter spell, or maybe like Dismember to kill off Azusa. That would be fantastic. Okay, so he kept 6 cards. We'll see what he does with it. Put a card in the bottom so it doesn't look like it's terribly strong. Stirrings is fine. That means he's not going to go Amulet and go crazy on turn 2. So we got to land off of it. Okay. Drawing a 4th land is not amazing for us, but it does mean if we ever get to Cryptic, we'll be able to cast it. Double Stirrings, okay. Maybe he's on a really land-light hand. That Selesnya Sanctuary he found may be the only other land in his hand, so he has to dig for something he can actually work with. Walking Ballista is very, very dangerous to our health. Okay. Yes. I'm okay with playing Silvergill here because it might incentivize him to kill it with Walking Ballista on 1. Who knows? The Echoing Truth is okay. It's not fantastic. I would really like to draw Wizard's Retort next turn so that if he doesn't play Ballista right now, then we have a chance at dealing with it. Lord is actually just as fine. Because if he plays Ballista on 2, he can kill off Lord, but I'm also okay with that. The question is, do we put it in now or do we wait? If he plays Azusa, then I might be inclined to use Echoing Truth instead. Or I think that we can wait. I don't think we have to do anything right this second, because we're either going to play Trickster or Echoing Truth with our mana here. Then we'll decide between Lord and Silvergill in his turn. Let's see what he does. We'll make our decisions with the maximum amount of information. Missing out on 1 damage right now is not that big a deal. So he can play it on 2. Oh, and this is fantastic, because now watch what's going to happen. I'm going to put Lord in play, and if he ever uses Ballista to try to kill it, I can just bounce Lord back to my hand. And I'm also inclined to put this Trickster in play as well. Because I want him to use Ballista before he untaps. Yeah, okay. So do you want me to have this or not? No, okay. So he's probably going to wait until his turn, because I imagine that now it's extremely dangerous for him. Okay, beautiful. It's very dangerous for him to let me activate Aether Vial. Alright, so let's attack first. I'm going to see if I can bait him. Okay, so he doesn't play around it. That's surprising. Neat. Alright. So what I will do, however, is I'm going to dismember. I'm going to force the issue right now. We're not playing these games. Says he really wants to untap with this thing, and I'm not letting him untap with it. He was willing to let me put another Lord in play, but such is life. Yeah, that's fine. We'll play Mistcaller. So now he's in a lot of trouble. There's not really a whole lot he can do this turn. He just took a ton of damage. He risked me like putting a Lord in play. Like I could have very easily blown him out there because he didn't activate it in response to the vial. So he's 2, 4, 6, 7. That's what do you got for 5? Tread. What the fuck is this shit? Okay, that's brutal. I have never seen this card before. Well, it looks like we just got punished. Alright, sure. We'll just do this, because I guess that's going away. Wow. Holy shit. That's brutal. So we're going to lose 3 creatures this turn because of this thing. Since when did this deck start playing fucking Wrath of Gods in it? Yeah. I needed to sacrifice that so he didn't, like, leave me with that thing. At least now I have a 2-power creature. Alright. You know what? We're not ever taking it up, so we'll always know. Biomancer is fine. We can pick this Oboro up at any time we want, so it doesn't matter if we play it or not. If he plays Titan, that's not great. Alright, let's adapt this. If we find a Wizard's Retort, we'll keep that. Otherwise, we're going to probably bounce this Titan. Nope. That's fine. Sure, you got yourself a Titan. So we can put him to 4, but he can play a Titan again next turn. That's kind of scary. However, Cryptic Command is still online next turn. That's really good to know. In fact, we're probably fine as long as we draw anything that's not a land. Because I am going to Echoing Truth this thing back to his hand so we can get in an attack and put him to 4 life. Then he'll be in danger of dying, hopefully. His options are not very good right now because he cannot just go for like the typical Vesuva and Decimic Growth Chamber, because he's gonna have, if he does that, he can bounce the Vesuva back, or that, no, I'm sorry, not Vesuva, Teleria West, because yeah, if he bounces Teleria West back, then he's gonna have to blow up his Gemstone Mine in order to crack that thing. So he's gonna lose land by doing that. Though he might just do that and get like an okay, so he went the other way. He decides that he wants to put his life total as far out of reach as possible, which is, that's fair. But I also very much would like to be able to draw a counterspell so that I can counter this thing next turn. This is where we just draw a land because we're great at this game. Oh, Trickster's actually fine. That's good. Because then if he plays Titan next turn, I mean, he's going to get more lands, which means he'll probably pick up the Vesuva and maybe copy one of these things. But we can then Trickster his Titan and then threaten to attack for lethal if we draw a Lord. So is that 8? So yeah, if... No, well... No, he'll have a blocker, though. That kind of sucks. No, we'd only be able to put him at 3 life. Assuming he gets a Vesuva. But now he's got to be scared, though, because he doesn't know if I picked up a counterspell or not. However, I don't know what other plan he can go on right now. If he does nothing, I think I'm going to hang on to the Trickster and just try to get in there for 4. But I think he has to just Gem Titan and hope that nothing bad happens. And in this scenario, I wonder if maybe Vesuva and Cavernous Souls would be the pick here. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you got yourself a Titan. Damn this stupid Tragic Arrogance. I had no idea that they played this card. This has to be new, because, like, I know not too long ago they started switching to, they started playing Path to Exiles and stuff like that in their deck. So here's the thing, I don't think there's any way I can possibly kill him this turn. Oh, wait, he didn't get a plant token, so he's going to go to 10. So yeah, I can't kill him, so I think I have to hang on to this Trickster to Trickster it on his turn. That's brutal. You have an Azusa. And you still have this stupid Sun Home. Alright, what do I need here? I need, like, Cryptic Command. No, okay, that's right. He's just gonna gain a ton of life. This is falling farther and farther out of reach. Putting Trickster in play there doesn't really do anything because we can't actually threaten him. That's pretty good, though. So how do we do this? I think what we want to do is Trickster down the Titan on his turn, and then we'll hold the Vapor Snag up. Okay, this effectively buys us one turn where he can't attack us. That's really bad, because Summoner's Pact means it's almost guaranteed that he's going to find Hornet Queen, and that is a card I'm not sure that we're going to have a good chance of beating. He got another Titan. Oh, God, no. That's almost worse. So if he's getting another Titan, then we're really kind of in trouble. So we're still not actually threatening to kill him. Right? We just kind of have to let him get whatever he wants now. Well, we cannot let that happen. I guess I should have waited for beginning of combat, so there was no way that was going to work. Alright. And this one cannot attack either, or we're equally boned. So, I think Cryptic Command would be good, but that's about it. So we need to be able to counter the other Titan and tap this one. Lord, I don't know is going to be good enough, because I think at this point he has enough mana to give his guy haste and double strike, and there's no realistic way that we can deal with both Titans in one turn. Yeah, unfortunately, I think we lose this one. Because I think he still has enough. He has, like, way more than enough mana to do all this shit. Yeah, go nuts. You either kill me this turn, or I'm going to try to kill you next turn. And I think there's no way that he doesn't. Oh, he only has one red, though. So he can only either give it double strike or haste, but they have trample anyway, so yeah, I don't think it matters. So if you get... Oh, but he can't do both of them. That's interesting. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter doesn't help you, though, right? Alright, explain this to me. What's going to happen? You're going to give Titan double strike, which means it's going to hit me for 12? That may not be good enough, though. No, you have to give it haste, right? And now I can block 2. I think, because this is 14. I don't know, 15. 15 is not enough to kill me. All right. Well, I mean, I guess you're attacking me, and how do you do this now? You don't have another red mana. You're only attacking for 14. Are you just trying to put your life total out of reach? And he's also down to less than 5 minutes, too. That's pretty good for us. I guess he's just going to try to put his life total out of reach, so maybe if we draw Cryptic Command, that's enough to kill him. Yeah, being at 2 life is not really relevant right now, so sure. Yeah, he's at 8. Fantastic. Alright, if we draw Cryptic, he's dead. Come on, just once, please. Lord of Atlantis. So he has 3 blockers. I don't think that's good enough for us. Alright. Well, we're going to do what we... There's no way that we don't die if he attacks again, though. Alright, I guess let's just see if he doesn't block. Please block like that. No! Alright. That's fine. We will play out the rest of this game, though. We're going to make him use as much time in his clock as possible, because he's down to almost just 4 minutes left. Sure. Alright, well, that sucks. We're going to game 3. Damn it, Cryptic, where were you? You could have won that one for us. He had, like, a really terrible hand, but it just... That Tragic Arrogance just, like, completely took us by surprise, so... That's... I had no idea that card was even in their 75. Yes. Alright. This hand is fine. We can go turn... We can go Island and to Biomancer, and this will be good. So he's got 4 minutes left, and we have, like 14. Beautiful. Alright, I don't think we're going to need the retort for turn 2. So, let's... We have to play Silvergill first. Yep. Sure. Alright, beautiful. This is a perfect turn. We're going to jam Fairy Conclave. We'll attack. I'm totally cool if he wants to block. Because even if he blocks, we'll still have a counter. If he does nothing, end step will adapt. Sure. Walking Ballista is not... I'm not happy to see that. But it wouldn't be the end of the world just yet. Sure. Alright, let's adapt. Oh, double Wizard's Retort. Okay, we might not actually play a Lord now. Well, no, I think we can safely play one, because if he plays Ballista, we have a counter for it, and then we can also counter something the turn afterwards. Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can path my Lord. I don't care. Deal. Yep. Alright, 3 minutes. We gotta try to think on his time as much as possible. Absolutely haram. Yep. So we still have Retort up. Yeah, you're gonna make another... Gain 2 more life, sure. So he's got 6 mana at this point. So what do we do here? We can hold up Spell Pierce and Wizard's Retort this turn. I think that's fine. If he casts a Titan, we'll just counter it, hopefully. That's really dangerous. Yeah, but we can't waste a counter spell on it, unfortunately. This, however, we can counter. He only has 2 cards in hand, so... let's see. We could attack with Conclave. So he can block one thing. So he could take 5, 6, 7. He still needs something like Tragic Arrogance. I don't want to commit anything else to the board in the face of that card. That feels like he's in a lot of trouble. So now, even if we play Biomancer, he's still on a 2-turn clock. I'm okay with committing it now, because Conclave can kill him in 2 turns, even if he plays Arrogance. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? I'm willing to try to Spell Pierce this. So now he needs an extra land to go off. He'll only have 5, assuming he doesn't have another land in his hand. Okay. So he had 2 packs. So what do you find here? What gives you the best shot of winning? Hornet Queen. Alright. So if we find Cryptic Command, he's dead. And everybody, check this out. We got ourselves a card here. It kind of does a thing. It says tap all creatures your opponent controls and draw a card. Oh, man. And that is the Lord Magicus. Get dunked on instant replay. Oh my, that was beautiful. That was just amazing. Cryptic Command just got it done. Finally, we put ourselves in a position where Cryptic Command kills them, and we finally get to kill our opponent with Cryptic. That just turned like this really negative, really poor matchup into a free win for us, just drawing it off the top. He probably had a decent chance of trying to win this game because he still had like the Sun Home over here. So if he could ever find a red source, he can start giving these things double strike and attacking with flying. So there's a possibility he could have got there with just the Hornet Queen, but Cryptic was the best here. This is the power of Cryptic Commands. This card's pretty good. And you saw there were a bunch of matches where we had opportunity, where if we top deck Cryptic, we just kill them. But in this case, finally, it comes through for us in the one turn that we actually needed it. So, yeah, we ended up going 3-2. Like, our losses to the Rock and to Death Shadow were pretty terrible draws, I think. And I wouldn't put too much stock in them. I don't know that there's any way we were going to win those games with some of the draws that we had there. But we did get to beat the Rock here, and we beat the Blue Moon deck and Amulet Titan. I think that's pretty solid. I liked Fairy Conclave. I think I liked it a lot more than Mutavault, so I think I'll be trying Conclave again next time. Being able to tap Conclave for blue mana and letting us guarantee that any turn that we have untapped lands that we can cast as many blue pips as we want is amazing. You can go like definitely double Lord on 4 lands 100% of the time, and I really enjoy that. There were a few awkward spots where it came into play tapped and we might not have wanted to sequence it quite like that, but I think that's better than the downside of Mutavault, where you just never get to tap it for blue at all. So, yeah, I kind of like Conclave here. I'll definitely be trying it again in the next league that I do. So, yeah, as I mentioned towards the beginning of this stream, I would like to do Wednesdays during the evening. So, sometime Wednesday around like 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit earlier, depending on what time it is when I get home, to do these streams. And then theoretically maybe Saturday or Sunday on the afternoons or time when I might be able to do some. We'll see how that works out, but I'm definitely going to aspire to do at least one of these a week, and then possibly a 2, or if we're really adventurous, maybe even a 3rd one. So yeah, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday are the days that you should be on the lookout for stuff. I think this weekend I'll probably try to jam some Brutal Doom, because I haven't played like old school video games in here for a while, so I will be doing that. But yeah, I will continue to be doing leagues in here, and I like the list that we're playing right now. Let's go back to that quick. Yeah, I think these Fairy Conclaves are going to be good going forward, because in the past like 2 weeks I've gotten boiled twice. Getting boiled is one of the worst feelings when you're playing a 17 island deck, so having a little bit more protection against it does make me feel just a little bit better. But yeah, I think I enjoy this, so I don't know that I would change much about this right now. I think that it's pretty good the way it is, so yeah, we'll see. But that's all I got for right now, so thanks everybody for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching that beautiful Cryptic Command victory as much as I did. I've been looking for that ever since I started jamming this card, and like it comes up from time to time, and I've liked Cryptic in here. I don't know that I'm fully ready to get rid of all the Master Waves just yet, but I definitely like at least playing 2 Cryptics, as it just bails you out of so many situations where you don't really have any other way out. And like Hornet Queen is one of the ones where there is very little you can do, because like it's a matchup where you're siding Spreading Seas out, so you're not going to have unblockable any other way. But Cryptic Command will get you through there no matter what, and there's nothing they can really do about it. Alright, well, then that does it for tonight. So thanks everybody for watching. I'll see you again next time. See ya.